Hey guys, so I just want to say I get interrupted sometimes when I'm doing these YouTube videos for things my daughter needs and she's here full time. If I'm doing a reading for my Etsy shop, I don't get interrupted. I wait until my children are asleep or that my older one is here to help. And but for me, like doing a reading, doing a meditation or spells or anything like that, that's something that I need to work into my personal life, and my personal life is also full of my children. So when it's for me, my children are around and that's okay. But when it's like a business and it's a reading for a client, they're not around. I don't get interrupted like I did today, like 5 times. But yeah, and I don't even know, by the time I edit this, you might not know I got interrupted 5 times, but you might be able to tell a little bit. But yeah, I just want to let you know that. Hi friends, it's Renee Bradshaw. I'm going to do a little reading today with the Fairy Oracle deck. The artwork is by Brian Froud and the text is by Jessica Macbeth. This is the first deck I got. I'm not going to say how old I was, but it was about 21 years ago. 21? Wow. No. 16, 18 years ago. Okay, I added another 5 years to my age. I love this deck. I love every card in it. I've read in it for a long time, and I read this a little bit differently than I read. There's glare on there. Oh no, that's not glare. That's my spirit card. Um, I read this a little different than I do a tarot reading, because the tarot I would shuffle the cards and then draw from the top. With Oracle, I do a little bit differently. When I go to pull a card, I kind of run my hands over it after I shuffle and lay them out. And I'll feel like a metallic electric tingle in my fingers when I get to the card I want. And then sometimes I have to spread them out and wait and look for it. So depending on how long it takes me to do that sometimes. I mean, it can take a minute or so for me to pull a card sometimes. If it does, I'll just probably fast forward in the editing so you don't have to sit and watch me do this for like 3 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to do a little 3-card reading that I offer in my shop. It's the past, present, future reading. For myself, I'm going to do it as past, present, future, where I'm coming in my spiritual journey. My spiritual journey is something I've always kept super close to myself, and that's a lot because I was raised around some people who were very strict and strong in their beliefs, and their beliefs did not line up with mine even closely. And because of that, I've kind of always been afraid to share what my beliefs are. And maybe over time I'll share little by little here and on my blog about my system. But I think I've come a long way in the past year. And a lot of that is because 2017, I actually made a resolution, and that was to be public in my spirituality. And I think since I've done that, I can feel a stronger connection to the world around me, to the goddess, to the things, to everything. And I'm really glad I made that decision in 2017. I've just come a really far way this year. Or at least I feel like I've come a far way. So that's why I'm going to do the past, present, and future reading for my spiritual journey, because I kind of want to see how far I've come and what else I need to do, or where my future is taking me. I'm a witch. I'm an eclectic witch, if you could even say eclectic. I guess you could. I mean, I kind of just do whatever feels right to me when it comes to practice. I don't follow any particular tradition. So it's just a blend of a lot of things that I felt a connection with. Fairies and Goddess, help me find the cards today that will show me where I am in my journey. It's my past card. It's my present card. Now we'll look for the future card. The future. Okay, I'm gonna flip these over one by one. That is Unity. Oh, this darn glare. It's a singer card. Singers are kind of like the mystical beings of our reality. You think of them as like angels, is a good way to compare them. And they have a lot to do with underlying beliefs. And so to get this card to me is kind of, it's kind of a good past card. It shows that in the past I had experiences that made me feel united with the goddess and with the universe and my beliefs. A lot of these were different ghost encounters I've had. They are, what are you doing, Willow? Yes, what's up? Okay, so I had to get interrupted a few times because my toddler came in, or my preschooler, whatever we want to call her today. But this is the card of Unity. This is a card that shows everyone, we're all connected. Talks about, you know, the illusion of being here on Earth in such a short illusion in the span of life. When I say life, I don't mean like a human body life, but you know, the entire universe. This is interesting because it's to me personally, it speaks to maybe not so much that I felt unified in the past, because I didn't feel like I was part of the community and the world around me as far as other people, and I was scared of other people, and I still am sometimes. But this card I think signifies the moment that I realized that I was part of the world, even if I didn't feel like it. It shows my connections that I've made, the connections with the world around me, and I think a lot of this is like the mystical experiences I've had here and there. So that was the past card. So that was basically just my discovery of feeling unified, which I probably did about 20 years ago. That happened, and it's something I had to keep hidden for a long time. Just the school I went to, the community I was in, it wasn't something that I could share with people about myself. The present card, which will show where I am in my studies right now on my my path, on my journey. The Journeyman card. Where is there? Here we go. That's awesome. So a couple things I see about this card is the Journeyman. It's two of them journeying together. Since I've come guess you could say, out of the broom closet over the past year or so, out of the mystics closet. I've had a lot of support, surprising support from places I never thought I would get support from, first of all, and acceptance. And then also, I've had a friend to go on this a little bit on this journey with me, which is awesome. And it's the journeyman is all about, if you're a plumber or a electrician or many different careers, the journeyman is about that whole part of learning and becoming an expert on something. And that was very much the journey that I'm on right now. And look, happy faces. I think this card is saying continue. I need to keep continuing in this path. It's going to be a long journey. It's going to be lots of study and work. It's a long path. And that's okay. I think our spiritual journeys are probably always a long path. I don't know anyone who was 100% developed in their path that might not change tomorrow. Unless they're I guess even people I know that are very strict to a tradition or the major religions, there's always things that are changing, are happening. They're making a difference. Together with this card, it kind of shows, this is number one. First of all, a very literal number one in the deck. It shows the stepping off point, the attachment to my journey. And then the second card is the journeyman, moving along that path, stepping forward, keeping my eye on the goal, carrying my knowledge with me. Now the future card is Fairies of the Future. I hear my preschooler again. Hold on. I like you too. Okay, love you.
Love you.
Okay, so Fairies of the Future card, which comes to me actually reverse. Well, it's a future card. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it comes to me reversed. So we've got the main fairy here. She's looking to the future. She's pointed towards the future, but she's also kind of got her eyes behind her, not forgetting her past. And I think that's important. I have to remember everything that I've learned in these two stages of my my journey. They're all looking towards the future. They're pointing towards the future. They're working towards a unified goal. Now, this card came reversed to me, which just means... What, Willow? Okay, I'm going to pause this. Okay, I'm back. So with this card being reversed, that means I need to make sure that what I'm doing is what I want to be doing. If it came out the regular way, it would show that I'm on the direct path. I'm heading where I'm supposed to be going. Now, because I kind of am eclectic and I find different ways from different traditions and sometimes making up my own things that feel correct to me, I don't always know straightforward my direction that I'm going. I might take 8 steps down here, 5 steps back, and then 3 steps over here, and then, 1 step, so on and so on. But because of that, my future is not a clear, direct path. So I'm gonna I'll follow somebody for a while, and I'll listen to what this person's doing or that person's doing, and I'll try it, and it won't work for me. And that's okay. And I've already kind of accepted that. And that's something that I'm aware of, that because of the way I find a connection in creating my own path, that it's okay if my path is not direct. It's okay if I try out something for a while and decide it doesn't work and then stop and then go and try something else. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. I feel like I'm finding the correct ways for my journey. But yeah, so that's a really good card to close out the Fairies of the Future card, to close out Unity #1 card, and with the Journeyman in the middle. This is just, it's a great, to me, it's a great positive reading that shows a great, there is a future, there's a great spiritual future. It's just going to be, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there to get there, and that's okay. Thanks for joining me here. It was really fun. I love sharing this stuff with other people who get excited about this. So I hope you are excited about how cool these readings are, and how awesome these cards are. And again, that deck I used, find the book down here, is the Fairy Oracle by Brian Froud and Jessica Macbeth. Bye guys, see you next time.